Good morning. It's been a while since I posted a video, so I'm not sure where I left off, but I did put a few things on the long block off video, and that's where I'm at now. I'm going to continue putting the long block back together, putting the tins on, and tightening everything down. So that's the agenda, and we're going to get to it right now. We got to get a wrench on that one. 13 millimeter. We're going to tighten up the intake manifold to the block. Actually, let me see. Get this on there a little easier, I think. Yeah, that was easier. Little 1/4 inch ratchet with an extension on it did the trick. All right, we're gonna put the heater boxes on, but we want to pull out. I had this stuffed in the openings. Want to make sure you get everything out of there. Okay, feels good. You got the front too. Feels good. It's out. Okay, we're in good shape. Okay, originally I was going to change these studs, but I cleaned them up with the wire brush, and there's still plenty of room to get the washers and nuts on. So I'm going to leave them alone rather than take any chance of screwing up my case at all. We're going to put the heater boxes on now. First thing you got to do, put the gasket on. And hang the heater box. Wavy washer and the nut. Same for the bottom. Wavy washer and a nut. Look. Wavy washer and nut. Okay, now we're going to wrench to tighten them down. It's a 13. Okay, that's one done. I will do the other side. Gasket. Wavy washer. Nut. I took the wavy washer off the top so I could get the bottom, the nut to hold it. I'm going to do the bottom one first. Wavy washer, then nut. Okay, I got the bottom started. Now I'll go back to the top. Wavy washer. These are some pretty wavy washers. Wavy washer. Now the nut. I think we got it. Yep, we got her. Okay, we got them done. Gaskets. Wavy washer. Wavy washer. A nut. A nut. Can't forget the bottom, wavy washer. Another wavy washer. Two nuts. Tighten them down with a wrench now. I prefer a wrench when I'm going by feel. Okay, buy that. And that. Heat riser gaskets. Whenever you take this heat riser off, this intake manifold, you want to clean the inside of that heat riser because it could get clogged up with carbon and rust. Okay, next we're going to put the clamps on the exhaust right here. You want to make sure that the gasket and the little metal rounded washer in the back is on. Okay, now we need to get a 10 millimeter and we'll take care of tightening that clamp up. Gotta get a 10 millimeter to hold it. Okay, now we'll hit the other side. Okay, give this one a couple more turns. All right. Okay, now this little piece of tin goes under here. I put the other one on, I didn't turn the camera on, but you'll see. You just slide right in. Looks backwards. It can be confusing, but once you get it, you get it. Now I'll tighten them down with a screwdriver. Next, we're going to tighten down that pulley nut and washer. I have the flywheel brake on there. I was going to do that last week, but I didn't have a socket. I had to go buy one. I know I have one, I just can't find it. It's 29 to 36 foot-pounds. There it is. Okay. I put it on about 35 foot-pounds. So we're in good shape. Had to center that bolt up a little bit. Okay, we'll just do a finger tight for now until we get them all in. Okay, we can tighten those two down. Need an extension. Okay, now we got to do the other side. Okay, I need one cut. I need it shorter there. I'm going to go cut it. I'll put this bolt in. My bolts were too long. I had to cut one short for here. Okay, now we'll get a couple wrenches, tighten them up. Okay, for them. You want to make sure you put that thermostat hole in there right. Okay, she's in there. Okay, that's it. Now we gotta tighten her down. Okay, one tightened. Okay, she's tight. I think I'll put this pulley on next. Okay, I got the fan belt on. See, it's way loose. I got all the shims under here. I'm going to try to get the right amount of shims in there, and then I'm going to switch these bolts. About an inch of deflection. We'll tighten the clamp on the alternator, and then we'll recheck the belt. Okay, I'd say we're good there. Okay, I decided we're going to put one more shim in there. Then we're going to button this up. Feels real good. Lines up real nice too this way. A little bit of plastic on there. I'll get that off later. Okay, next is the wires. Number one. Okay, now number one. Number one. Yeah, I like that those wire holders are still on there. A little hard to get on them clips. Okay, that's number two. Okay. Now we're going to move on to number three. Three. Four. Okay, the wires are on. Well, let's put the carburetor on. Gasket's on. Drop into place. Put a couple bolts. Here we gotta tighten them down. Oh, must be a 12. Back one's a little tough to get at. I have to figure it out. I believe it'll be easier with the cap off. Yes. Put the cap back on. Okay, get the fuel line. Put it behind all the wires. And into the bottom of the fuel pump. You gotta get a needle nose to push it in. Okay, it's on plenty far enough. Now we'll tighten the screw. Okay, the clamp is on plenty far enough in the hose. Now we're going to tighten that clamp up. Everything's a little tough here. We're going to move this cap again. Spin this around. I don't like that. We're going to change that. I want to put the clamp on like this. Reason being, it won't interfere with the inlet on the top. Okay, that's good. Now we can tighten that screw. We didn't want it to interfere with the top, the import side. Cap back on. Notches in the back. Okay. Now for what they say is the icing on the cake. Want that clamp nice and tight. Okay. Okay, I just got to get a piece of breather hose and run from the oil fill up into that. And we'll be in good shape. Okay, now we gotta address the back. Put a washer, then we put this flap bar controller that's spring loaded. Put that back on. Okay, she's good to go. Now we're going to tighten this bolt. Then we're going to put the rest of these couple tins on. Okay, we got to get a nut now for there. This has to come back off. I forgot a piece. You gotta call it the order of operation. I can't put that piece on until I put these pieces on. And now we got to put a screw in there. A machine screw. Yeah, that's nice and tight. Can't tighten this because of this. So we're going to have to test run it loose like this. And then when we take it off the stand, we'll secure this. Now we can put this piece on. I'm able to take this back piece on or off. So after I take it off the stand, I'll be able to put it back on. Okay, I screwed up. I took it off camera to show you. I had the heater box on. Well, to put this tin on, the heater box had to come back off. So I'm just showing you now, when you're putting your tins back on, put these on first. I probably have to take the other heater box off. I'm going to put this one back on, but I'm going to do it off camera because you already saw me do it once. but I wanted to show you. You got to go with the order of operation. You can't skip a spot. All right, here we go. Okay, there's the bottom. I had to take the heat exchangers off in order to put them pieces of tins underneath. And the one I'm leaving off the opposite side, which would be the driver's side, because the thermostat's there, and I want to adjust it once I run it on the stand. So that looks like about it for today. Okay, Sallie's engine is put together as much as we're going to do it before we run it on the stand. But before we can run it on the stand, we have to build the start box. In the transmission case, we have to cut to fit the back half, put a starter on it, and make the box. That'll all probably be next week because I'm awful busy this week. Okay, stay tuned, enjoy your project. Sallie's really smiling because her motor's looking good. All right, we'll talk to you later. Have a good night.